right, 1 second. All right, so here we are. I hope I got good audio here, man. I hope I got good audio. The X-Man's coming to you live early morning, Sunday. I can't get this thing angled right. All right, so, all right, we're trying to do it this way. So, it's a Sunday morning early, and, I'm not going to be on here too long, but I figured we'd do the NFL previews today. I always do it every Sunday. Last 3 or 4 I have anyway. Um, so let's get to it. Also, really embarrassing loss for the Yankees again last night. They really looked not that good. Um, their season's probably over. I think the Dodgers are going to cheat the rest of their way in there. I see the writing on the wall with that, pretty much. That's what happens when you have players betting millions of dollars and getting away with it. We won't talk about that. Anyway, so here we are, and there's no 9:30 games today, so that's kind of a different situation. Although I think they should always have the 9:30 game. I always like the 9:30. That way you get up early and watch it, and you're like, ooh. So the games that I'm seeing early, the Jets and the Patriots. All right, as much as I don't like Aaron Rodgers, and I think he's the biggest prima donna in the NFL. That's right, Trump 2024. Trump 2024 every time. Trump 2024. 2024. So the Jets and the Patriots, obviously, the Patriots are just a shell of a franchise right now. They're just in rebuilding mode, and obviously everybody knows this, that they're not going to win that many games. If they win more than 3 or 4, I'm going to be shocked. With that guy Zapp in there, or whoever's in there. The New York Jets should probably take care of business today. I wouldn't even be surprised if Brees Hall got almost 200 yards rushing. Does the game the Jets win? The Jets have to win the game. There's not even like a thing. Like it can't. If they lost this game today, their season's over. They're -7 today on the books. That's definitely something I'm actually going to do myself. I'm going to take the Jets plus -7 rather. Then we have the Packers and the Jaguars. Now, see, here's a tricky one. Green Bay's really been playing a high level. But Jacksonville, even at 2-4, is still fighting for their life. So I honestly think in some ways, even though the Jags are 2-5, the Jaguars might have a chance to beat the Packers today. I wouldn't be shocked if the Jaguars upset the Packers today, or it's at least close or went to OT. Because the Jacksonville Jaguars, they're saying they're sellers. They're going to get ready Christian Kirk and all this stuff. I don't even understand why you're doing that 2-5. I don't know why you would try to do that right now. It's pretty much saying you're folding already. Maybe there's a reason behind it. I don't think there is. We keep that close. The Packers and the Jaguars. They're playing good. The Packers, though. It's going to be a very close. Do I support Gaza or Israel? I support peace. I think that there has to be a line where people have to eventually reconcile their differences. And I don't know necessarily how that's going to work because so much damage has been done. It's been a really tough situation there. And it's going to take a lot of, I don't know. I really don't. I mean, honestly, I don't want to go on either side. I don't play the field on this because whoever the antagonist is and whoever the bully is, the bully antagonist is the one that should be out. But, oh, look, it's a clown. Look at this. Oh, look, here's a clown. Let's get rid of him. Yeah, see you later, dude. We're not going to play this game. Yeah, see you later, Tony DeLeo. See you, Tony DeLeon. There you go. All right, no clown shows today. If you want a clown show, you could go be in the circus. Of course, I'm going to support Trump. That's the topic. I'm doing an NFL no, not an NFL recap, an NFL breakdown. I'm going to try to do this every Sunday morning to try to get people going. um, so yeah, that's where we're at there. Then we have another game after the Titans, the Lions. Whew, man, I mean, the Lions should definitely cover the 12.5 on this game. The Titans are another team. I'm from Delaware County. The Titans and the Lions. The Lions should definitely cover this game because I don't think the Titans, much like the Patriots, I think the Titans and Patriots, both as teams, don't really want to play for anything right now. I really don't believe that because they can't. They don't have the talent to do it. They don't have anybody on the team. DeAndre Hopkins got shipped to Kansas City. It's pretty much saying that they're done, and that's it. I just reported them. I don't even, like when people get on here and talk like that, I know they're all like 14, 15-year-old kids that mommy and daddy gave them a computer to get on there. I know that. That goes without saying, but I still keep this going. I don't look like Donald Trump. Anyway, so yeah, obviously the Lions probably do that. They're 5-1. Honestly, the Lions right now at 5-1 are like they're an NFC possible. But who knows? I don't know. I don't even want to even say that because you know what? I've seen crazier. But they are loaded up offensively. The Lions at 5-1, they look really, really good right now. And I didn't think they were going to get this that record right now. The next one would be the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I would roll with Atlanta in this. No, I would roll with Tampa Bay. The only reason I think Atlanta's even the favorite in this game is because they have all their players. You know what I mean? But Tampa Bay should be able to handle business against the Falcons. I mean, I just think they're just going to handle that game. I would probably take the Tampa Bay Bucks personally. Even they're both 4-3. I think Tampa's probably the better team. Kirk Cousins doesn't get it done against good teams. That's right, X-Man Promotions. That's my, promotional label that I've been creating. So yeah, I probably would take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers there. Oh, I don't know. What's a mule deer? What's an axis deer? I have no clue what that is. Um, and moving to the next one, Cardinals of the Dolphins. Obviously, the Miami Dolphins have given up on their season quietly. They're going to bring Tua back. He's going to get hurt. Um, but they are at home against Arizona. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to get it done. I just don't. Can you be a moderator? I don't know what that means. But anyway, the line's Miami -4. That might happen. I don't know though. You know what? Arizona, they're hanging in there at 3-4, and they didn't look that. They did win last week, so I could honestly do Trump 2024. We got a week left, guys. The barehanded kind of. Yeah, so right there, the Cardinals at 3-4, the Dolphins. Yeah, so maybe the Cardinals might maybe take the Cardinals +4 just for the hell of it. I don't know. It is a tricky game there, but both teams kind of fighting. I think the Dolphins are just done. I don't think Mike McDaniel's a good head coach. Favorite breakfast item probably French toast or pancakes, one of the two. Um, So that leads up to the game of the games. All right, so the Philadelphia Eagles at the Cincinnati Bengals. For some reason, Cincinnati's a favorite in this game. I mean, Jalen Hurts has not played well. The Eagles haven't played great. They played the Giants last week. I think you know, yeah, he is a good businessman. That's what and people hate on that. That's what it is. That's why the Democrats are trying to pull out something from 1990 to try to get him out of the election. He's running. He's not stopping because of them. Um, Cincinnati minus 2.5. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. Somehow the Eagles, I think, are going to find a way to win this game. I don't know why. Uh, but I think that they probably cover the plus 2.5. I probably would take. I probably would take plus 2.5 with the Eagles today. I think that honestly they're probably going to win this game somehow. I don't think it's going to be because it hurts. I think just like as a team, they are going to find a way. But you know what? Jamar Chase is probably going to have a field day on that secondary. And I said this last week. I was like, you were playing the Giants last week. You weren't playing anyone. Who's a horrible human being? I, well, oh, wait. So wait. If he's a cult follower, right? So then what have the Democrats done in 4 years? Answer me that question, Jim H. What have the Democrats done in 4 years? What has Biden done in 50 years? Answer that, please. Now, I'm going off topic here because, like you said, something that's ridiculous again. And you say cult followers. Here, define what cult followers are. What does that mean? Start jiggy with it. Start jiggy with it. With a name like that, you can't be more than 15 years old. Anyway, so all right, so we got the Ravens and the Browns at Cleveland. The Browns are fighting for the life, the Ravens. But you know what? I wouldn't even be surprised. I wouldn't even be surprised here, honestly, if the Cleveland Browns gave the Ravens a game. That 8.5 is probably deceiving. I can honestly see the Browns fighting, and they got Jameis Winston finally in there. I would actually take the Browns plus 8.5 in this game, as surprising it is, because you know what? The Ravens, they've been winning, but they're on a high streak. I don't. Let's see if they're sleeping past opponents. Today will really tell because they're at Cleveland in a game of the Browns have pretty much forfeited their whole season at 1-6. I don't think that they're playing for much, but they're going to play that game. You know. Um, I would probably most likely take the Browns. You know, Nick Chubb, he might go out there and play really hard, but I don't know how much that's going to matter really at this point. Um, I take the Browns plus 8.5. And then we move down the list. The Colts and the Texans. Will I accept the outcome? I would have to take it because there was nothing. What could I do about it? I can't do nothing about it. I just know the Democrats lie and they cheat. They're going to cheat. They're going to cheat with elections, probably in states like where I'm at in PA. They're going to throw illegal votes in like they did every time. It's the truth. The Democrats lie. They do nothing. They're not doing anything about the border. They're not doing anything about the inflation. They got the gas prices down just because it's an election year. They know what they're doing. They're pandering. That's okay. You know, I get that. I get it. I get what the Democrats are doing. And yet people are still passing away in the hospitals because of their evil vaccine. But nobody wants to talk about that. We talk about Ukraine and their fake war. I mean, I hate to say it, but that's what's going on. I'm not buying the whole thing. I'm not. I lost my mom this year. I know that there's snaky things going on, and the Democrats have everything to do with it, and so do the rhinos. Like Liz Cheney, the fraud that sits there and talks about everyone. Oh, Jesus Christ. Get this dude off here. Get rid of this dude. Get rid of him. He's a Democratic, clown. I don't want to deal with Democratic clowns right now. I want to talk about sports. I don't care about Democratic stuff, Democratic lies, any of that. Look at the numbers and then come talk to me. Anyway, we're at the Colts at the Texans now. For the interruption of insanity. The Colts and the Texans. So the Texans are -5 against the Colts. This is a scary game. Okay, that's enough of you two. You're done. Goodbye. All right, that's it. That's enough of you. We don't need the clown show. I want people that actually want to talk to me to talk to me. I don't need people that are 15 years old in their mommy's laptop to talk. Anyway, Colts with the Texans. Yeah, like it's not even just blocking them. I'll just put them in timeout because that's what they deserve. You got to treat them like a 10-year-old, which they probably are. So the Colts and the Texans. This is a scary game, like I said before, because the Colts have been playing good and they're 4-3, and the Texans are 5-2. They're only a game ahead of them. As much as talented as the Texans are, you wouldn't think the Indianapolis Colts would be that close to them right now, but they are. And it's tough. I'd be scared to take this. I think the Texans win, but I honestly would take the Colts with the points. It seems a little bit crazy, but I would actually take the Colts with the points because I feel like it's going to be that kind of a game. CJ Stroud didn't play great. I'm not even going to answer that. But I would probably take the Colts with the points in this game. Anyway, so moving on. The Saints and the Chargers. Okay. So the Chargers, this game at 3-3, the Chargers aren't a great team. They're not a great team. Keep in mind. They are they've been winning and losing. But the New Orleans Saints haven't won since like game week 2. Oh boy, here they come. They're all coming now. Yeah, I know. You can dream about that. I'm sure Kamala gets you going, doesn't she? I'm sure she does. What has the Democrats done in 4 years? Ah, look, there we go. We're gonna play games. Anyway, so the Saints and the Chargers. I think the Saints Chargers. The Chargers probably cover the 7. I think that's what's really going to happen today at the 4 or 5 game. I don't think the Saints are even trying to win, but who knows? Maybe they come out and play a little bit, but I'm not seeing it. I'd probably take the Chargers -7. Um, Seems simple enough. Bills of the Seahawks. All right, here we go. This might be Buffalo is a tougher one for Buffalo. I mean, I think they're going to beat Seattle. The Bills at 5-2, are a strong team right now, and they got Amari Cooper and they got Josh Allen's just getting it done. He's not even like faltering at any point. The Josh Allen really has got it going right now at 5-2. I mean, they're not great at the defensive side of the ball, but they're playing good enough to win. So let's see. Oh God, not this Diddy guy again. Who makes an account called Diddy? Oh man. And the Buffalo Bills. I think the Buffalo -3. Buffalo -3 sounds good, honestly. I would probably take the Buffalo Bills there. No, I don't go to Starbucks, so I don't know much about that. So yeah, Buffalo Bills -3 sounds like a good play. I think they're going to win by 3. They should be able to win by 3. Um, the Bears and the Commanders 425. Nah, both playing pretty good. I think Jaden Daniels is back. Um, at 5-2, I would probably say, and it's -1 Chicago. I don't know why the Bears are the favorites, but I mean, I think this is a game that actually really the Commanders need to win in order to kind of put themselves ahead of the class of the whole division. So, I mean, if they get to 6-2, I think the Commanders are going to really start looking good for winning that division. Even though the Eagles are still right there, but Commanders just look like a better team than the Eagles. It's just that simple. And until it's proven otherwise, until they actually physically meet each other, I really can't say anything different than that. So I probably would. I would roll with the Commanders with the +1. I think that they will win today and beat the Bears. I think the Bears aren't as good as people think they are. Um, Game after that would be Panthers at the Broncos. Now, I mean, the Broncos have just been playing pretty good football. I don't even know, like, Jake the RG guy, Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, they'll find ways to win. It's not because of Jalen Hurts. I mean, Jalen Hurts isn't playing good at all. Till Jalen Hurts goes out there and throws for 350 and like 4 touchdowns. Um, he's about as an average quarterback that just runs like Lamar Jackson. But Lamar Jackson has a lot more talent than him, I believe. But we'll see. But yeah, the Broncos -11 against Carolina. That should be a no-brainer. I mean, Carolina's done. They're probably the worst team in football. Them, the Patriots, and the Titans. They're all three teams just aren't even trying to play this season out. And I would honestly say that the -11 with the Broncos sounds pretty safe. Honestly, um, Bo Nix is getting it done, even though he's a 30-year-old rookie. He's getting it done out there. So Denver Broncos looking pretty solid. That would probably move them to 5-3. Surprisingly, be there. It's pretty embarrassing that the Raiders have self-destructed so far, which means that my next game, the Raiders at home against the Chiefs. The Chiefs are a 9.5 point favorite, and with all due respect, I don't think they'll win by 9.5. They'll probably win by like 3. But the Raiders are just a dysfunction. First and foremost, I'd like to say that Mark Davis is probably the worst owner in the NFL, and he really is. um, he single handedly finds ways to let every star player on the Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders, to leave or get traded. It's crazy how people go there and you find talent and you just trade it away for nothing, and it just happens. And then you gave the Jets to Devontae Adams for nothing, and I mean, really, you did, and you're not going to do nothing with the draft picks. Even getting Tom Brady at 5% isn't enough for me to think to myself that the Raiders will ever be a good franchise ever again until Mark Davis finally says, I'm selling the team because I can't do it. Same thing with John Mara with the Giants. Until those guys sell their teams, um, the franchises will not be good because the owners cannot pick the players and they can't pick the GMs and they can't pick the coaches. It's just very simple. Now, I think Brian DeBoer with the Giants might have had a chance, but he has nothing around him to work with. Antonio Pierce, same thing. He has nothing to work with. They pretty much have given him nothing and said, we're going to give you nothing, and you have to coach them to win. And you can't do that. It just doesn't work. You know. Um, so the Chiefs -9.5. I would probably take the Raiders +9.5 just because I think the Chiefs are only going to win by 3. It's a tricky situation there. But, that's pretty much where I'm at. The Raiders are a dysfunctional disaster. They really are. And then last but not least, for today anyway, it's the Cowboys at the 49ers. No, you can't. Um, the Cowboys at 3-3 and the 49ers at 3-4. Um, and they're missing, what's his name on the defense? He'll probably end up be going to the Eagles anyway. I forget his name already. The one that always talks with the Cowboys with defense, I forget his name already. But anyway, the Dallas Cowboys are another team in dysfunction. They cannot beat anybody, and they're gonna have Dak out there again. San Francisco has pretty much got everybody back except for McCaffrey, and then -5. I would probably, honestly, still, even with this game, I'd probably take the Cowboys +5 just because I don't know if the 49ers can beat the Cowboys by 5. They can beat them, but I don't think they're going to beat them by more than 3. So that's where I would probably go with it. This is a tricky game too because and Debo's out. I think Ayuk's out. Honestly, Dallas +5 might sound better. Dodgers. Let's talk about Dodgers Yankees. Yeah, let's talk about the cheaters versus the Yankees. We could talk about it. Um, it's over. I mean, the Los Angeles Dodgers or the Los Angeles Dodging the Truth. They're probably going to win. As much as I cannot stand that franchise as a franchise, they're cheaters. They're just like the Lakers. They just build people up because they're from Los Angeles and they're not really that good of a team. They're not. They buy their way through it. It's okay. I mean, 2020 was a fake ring. This one will be a fake ring too because they'll get caught juicing later. Something's going on there. Something's definitely going on down there with the Dodgers. But whatever. I can't really stop it from happening. You know, it what's gonna happen is gonna happen. But like that's my breakdown for today. Tonight I'll probably do a recap of everything. We'll do analytics and stuff. As far as the best game that I think that will happen today, and I'll give you this. I'll throw this as like a bonus in there. Is what I think the best game of the day will probably be. It's. I mean, these are a lot of games. Honestly, the most intriguing one is the Bears and Commanders. But I think the best game itself probably will be the Falcons and the Buccaneers. I wouldn't even be surprised if. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Anyway, but the Falcons and Bucks has potential to be the most exciting game of the day. I think, as much as it seems like that. Um, you know, boy, these guys are really ridiculous. All right, see you later, dude. This guy's ridiculous. People put some crazy stuff up here. It's like the troll central. Bangladesh, China, India. Yeah, I think they're already there already, Sajid. Honestly, the topic of the day was I was doing an NFL countdown. But now that that's over, I'll do another couple minutes and I'm going to get off here though. But so that's pretty much where we're at. I believe I think Sajid is right. Bangladesh, China, and India, they do have the most powerful, not powerful, but they're definitely gonna be rich as far as like economic wise. They're very smart with their money. Um, what do you mean you have to leave? I don't know what that means. Um, as for all the trolls earlier that were talking about how the Democrats are going to change things, they're not going to change anything. It's not going to happen. It hasn't happened. It won't happen. So when the election comes up in a week and a half, obviously the orange man, Donald Trump, has to win, I think. But I don't know. I just, I would love to say it, but again, there's no certainties behind this. I've been talking about this for like 4 years since I saw Biden cheat to win those, cheating to win that 81 million votes, which they weren't really 81 million votes. There's no way that that man got 81 million. It just didn't happen. I don't even think he got half of that. I think that they just wanted him in there to get rid of Trump. Um, and it's been shown the hate for the man. No, nothing's going to change. Well, no, things will, economically, I think things will come to a standstill, and I think Trump will do that. I think it will get the foreign policies back where they need to be. Stop laundering it to Ukraine. Stop laundering it to these foreign countries. Stop giving free health care to people that don't have passes to come into the country. Yet people that are in the country, you know, and meanwhile, people are struggling to survive in America, and they've worked hard to be here. That doesn't make sense to me. It will never make sense to me. And Philadelphia is one of those sanctuary cities that does that, which is why they're failing every day. Um, you could say what you want, like that's really where it's at. But at the end of the day, people are going to do what they want to do. They're going to stay liberal or they're going to stay Republican. They're over the left, they're going to the right, but they're going somewhere, and that's what they do, and that's what happens. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyway, that was my breakdown. I'll probably try to get back on here tonight, later on tonight, to do another recap. We'll do the recap tonight later on, probably about 6, 7, um, and I'll see what's really going on. Honestly, today, like I said, the Texans and the Bills have a lot. The Bills at Seattle, if they win that game, I think they're in ahead. Yeah, foreign policy. No, I think foreign policy is going to change. I do believe foreign policy will change with Trump in there because he's going to get back where it needs to be at. Where the Democrats signed all these deals when Biden didn't, they handed him a pen and paper and said, "Here, draw something," and he signed his name on everything. That's what happened with foreign policy. That's why inflation is incredibly high. Illegals are getting flown in from Scranton airports and stuff like that. That's what he does. That's what Biden did. That's what Kamala will do. She still hasn't been to the board in 4 years. She hasn't. She brings nothing to the table that's going to make America better. By the way. And if you can name one thing that she's going to bring that's better, and I don't want to hear about Roe versus Wade and all that, that's just one topic out of 100. What will she do if she gets in there? Nothing. She lies. Everything she says is a lie. Got modes to keep out. Yeah, I know. I got to get that. Yeah, we'll talk tonight though. I'm going to get off here for now. Thanks for guys for getting on here, and hopefully we'll see what the breakdown is tonight. Like I said, the Eagles will probably beat Cincinnati. The Jets are going to beat the Patriots. If they didn't beat the Patriots, their season's up. But we'll see where it goes. Anyway, I'm going to get off. X-Men out for now.